Greetings, Recording Arts faculty. My name is Luis Perez. I'm currently a sophomore at Chico State applying for the 2018-2019 Recording Arts program. My major is pre-recording arts and hopefully soon to be recording arts. I'm also minoring in small business ownership / entrepreneurship. So a little about myself is that I'm a first generation college student in my family, which is a huge accomplishment for me. I was born and raised in Farmersville, California, down south from Chico. I'm the youngest out of 10 siblings. Growing up with a single mother wasn't always easy for me because I had to grow up fast and work hard at an early age to help contribute. My family has sacrificed a lot for me, from crossing the border in the year of 93 and me being born 3 years later in 96. It's truly a blessing. Not only that, but not having a fatherly role model, and that's where my older brothers played a huge role and teaching me right from wrong. So I'm very grateful for that. So no one really in my family had any musical talent, but we were more of a family that was involved in sports. So for as long as I can remember, I've always loved singing along to different types of genres. But the one that always stood out to me was corridos, because whenever I would go to work, the other workers would have their radios out with them singing out loud and doing their Mexican screams. And I found that very amusing at the age of 6. It wasn't until I found out what the artists were specifically saying in their music that I could relate to them and knew that what they went through was similar to what I went through. So that had a huge impact on my life and helped me get through problems I've encountered and helped me become a strong-minded, positive, and self-motivated person. So it wasn't until the summer of 2012 when I decided to finally go out and find myself a guitar tutor to teach me. And thanks to my friend, he introduced me to Miguel, who taught me the basic and how to read music. He would charge me about $20 an hour for a lesson, and he would teach me scales and chords. So after each lesson, he would tell me, "Call me back in 2 weeks when you got this down." But in my head, I was like, 2 weeks? Why 2 weeks? So I would go home and practice for at least 3 to 4 more hours until I memorized the scales and had the chord transitionings down, because that was really the struggling problem. And then I would call him like 2 days later and tell him, "Can I get a guitar lesson again?" I got it down. And when I would show him, he would be amazed on how quickly I was improving, due to the fact that I was very determined to not limit myself, and that if I put in the work into my craft, the results would show. And it did so. Then going into my sophomore year of high school, I started thinking that I did not want to only be a musician. I wanted to be an artist as well. So I started doing choir and slowly started to write my own songs. And once I was a senior in high school, I composed my own classical piece, performed various amounts of solo and duo pieces, and even having the opportunity to go to universities like Fresno State and San Bernardino to perform in front of judges and be evaluated. And it was really amazing to see how far I've come from knowing absolutely nothing to writing and reading music, and knowing that to never give up and to always stay focused and you'll be successful. I've always had the opportunity to do something, and I've always taken that opportunity. And my freshman year of college, I was able to have the opportunity to be a part of the ensemble guitar program here in Chico State. So I've worked with Professor Toblin, and it has showed me how much I've matured tremendously throughout the years of my music career. So why I chose the career is because I want a better view of what goes on inside these studios, so I can attain the knowledge to go and produce my own music and be able to record various artists, and also to share my music so others can enjoy it and relate to it just like I once did when I was a kid. This major will serve my future career by showing me how to be a professional in the studio, knowing certain things I'll have to use when I'm mixing tracks in different types of genres and have that perspective on what a producer goes through and being an artist as well, because they both see things differently. I also can make small jingles for commercials with his career, put music in ads, put music in movies, so I can work in various areas. And just overall, knowing that this program is going to put me one step closer to my goals, and just giving me all this knowledge and learning every day. So I just want to thank you for your time and hope you have a nice day.